The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild versus Horizon Zero Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is potentially the battle of the century between a rookie with a lot of promise and a lot of potential, possibly one of the best and most impressive showings of a rookie in recent memory, versus a experienced, grizzled, arguably undefeated veteran that has a proven record of showing what they're capable of. So it's going to be an interesting fight. So, and there's two things that are being fought, right? There's two things at stake: sales and ratings. Okay? Which is going to sell more copies either first week or in the first month or further down the line? And which one is going to be rated higher by users and aggregated critics? So either way, both titles are definitely going to be the top of their class. These are really going to be quality releases for the Nintendo platform and for the PlayStation platform. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn is obviously taken a lot from other games and, you know, the best qualities of veteran IPs, and, you know, The Legend of Zelda is one of those games that Horizon has obviously, you know, been inspired by and taken from. Nobody's denying that, right? And that's what the best games do. They take from the greatest to ever do it. And, you know, Legend of Zelda, you know, paved the way for a lot of games now. No doubt about it. One of the best, longest running franchises that, you know, people love. And, you know, arguably one of Nintendo's biggest franchises. Nobody's denying that. We all know this. So these are two juggernauts. One trying to prove itself, one's already proven. One might be still trying to prove that it's relevant in today's gaming world. And one trying to, you know, solidify its mark to have a future. So if I had to, you know, place my bets on who will come out the winner when it comes to sales and who's going to come out the winner when it comes to ratings, honestly, so what we have to look at is there's a lot of hype and there was a lot of waiting for Breath of the Wild, right? And the fact that the Nintendo lineup for a long time has been extremely scarce, meaning they've had virtually nothing to play, and they've pretty much been waiting for a Zelda game from the beginning of the Wii U's lifetime, and now they have a new console out and they still haven't gotten a Zelda. There's a lot of weight behind that game. There's a lot of anticipation behind that game, and it looks great. It looks great. Gameplay looks great. The Switch version actually looks noticeably better than the Wii U version. Gameplay is going to be great. Story, they're probably going to deliver on that, no doubt, right? Even the art style is something to admire. It's beautiful, right? So what I think it has going for it helping to win the sales battle is that anticipation, is that long wait. But the long wait could hurt you also. If you make your fans wait too long, it is possible for your fans to disappear and that anticipation to die down. It's possible. We've seen it with other games. Horizon Zero Dawn, in regards to sales, has a lot going for it also. The fact that it is one of the most impressive things that we've seen from gaming in general as a whole in recent years. Great first showing at E3. It's a great concept. This futuristic time with a prehistoric setting in the future. You know, the battle with dinosaurs. It's a concept and story that's somewhat original, that hasn't been explained before much, and it's taken from games like, no doubt, The Witcher, a little bit of Fallout, some other RPGs. They've actually got a few Fallout and Witcher devs brought on to help them with the gameplay. So, and it looks visually, it looks amazing. There's already arguments that, is this the best game best looking game on PlayStation graphically? Will it be the best looking visual game on PlayStation? That argument has already started. So technically it's very impressive, especially with that Decima engine. It looks amazing. I actually got to play it at E3. And there was this talk about downgrade. There is no downgrade in that game. None. And that's been proven. People always speculated if there was going to be one. There's been none. And that's been confirmed by the recent gameplay that came out today. I got to play it at E3. It looked amazing. I'm a little bit surprised at the fact of technically everything that's being rendered in that game, and it actually being it is open world, and everything that's happening, that's being just everything that's being processed at once, right? And I even do have my doubts because of everything that's happening, if that's going to run at a stable 30 frames, even on the PlayStation 4 Pro. It can. They just have to optimize it very well. So yeah, it has all of those things going for it: the hype, the anticipation, to sell very well. It's one of the most anticipated PlayStation exclusives this year, no doubt. What it has going against it in terms of sales, probably the fact that it is a new IP. New IPs are great, but until they're proven, people are usually skeptical, right? So what will nullify that skepticism are early reviews, and there probably will be very early reviews, like a week. So if this game comes out and gets like high 8s, high 9s across all the popular media publications, then that whole thing about it being a new IP, that won't even matter. That won't hurt its sales. But as sad as it is, because this is the way gamers are now, if the game comes out and gets 8s, because, you know, in today's gaming society, when gamers see 8s, for some reason, 8s are the new 7s, 9s are the new 8s, 10s are 10s still, for some reason with gamers, but everything else below a 10 is actually a point lower. So that's what it has worked. It has to get like amazing scores from all these publications to erase the fact that it's a new IP, and people will be all on board. And the fact that there are a lot of games coming out around it, I mean, that could work against Zelda too, but there are a lot of other PlayStation exclusives coming out around it. I mean, just like what, this month there were 4? Or between this month and next month, there's like 4 or 5 PlayStation exclusives, and people are already like, you know, squeezing everything out, squeezing out their wallets. So, you know, as far as winning the sales battle, some people might wait. Some people are saying they're definitely going to pick it up. Some people might wait, or they might not be able to pick it up, you know, at launch or that month. We'll see. I think it's going to have a huge first week showing, a huge month showing. I don't see no reason why it can't sell, honestly, at least 1.5 million the first week. I see no reason. What it also has going is the 55+ million PS4 sold, obviously, and that's what the Zelda has, you know, doesn't have going for it, is combined with the Switch and what the Switch is probably going to sell, and the Wii U. What is that, maybe 15, 16, 17 million consoles? So that's what that has going against it also. As far as ratings go, what Zelda has going against it is the fact that, let me tell you, if Horizon Zero Dawn gets rated better than Zelda, I'm gonna tell you why. And it's not necessarily because it's gonna be the better game. It's going to be, people need to understand the industry changes every year. And Nintendo has had problems growing with the industry, their games and their hardware. So you gotta understand, like, there's some games that in 2017 would be an 8. But in 2019, those same games would be a 7. 2020, those games would be a 6. Same games. Some games are timeless, but as the years change, standards change. And what these publications expect, their curve of games and their, how they rate games, their guidelines change also. So I think sometimes these Nintendo games don't grow with the guidelines. They don't move with the industry. So I think that's, if Horizon is rated above it, trust me, that's going to be why. It's not going to be necessarily because the Horizon is a better game. It may be, but that may not be necessarily the reason. It could just be that Nintendo doesn't grow their games with the guidelines that the industry shifts in. So yeah, that has something it has working against it. It's just that Nintendo doesn't really grow in that direction. But what it has going for it is the fact that, let's be real, Nintendo games are rated on a different curve. They are. There are certain, you've seen it multiple times. There are games that, even though a lot of these Nintendo games don't grow with the industry, the same things that are missing from Nintendo games, critics will give them a pass, a Nintendo game, and still give it a high rating, but they'll criticize another game for missing the same things, missing the same features, and not having the same growth for that genre that a Nintendo game is completely missing. We've seen it before. It happens all the time. It's cool. It's fine. But it's factual that it happens, right? So that's something that it has, that it has in favor of it. As far as ratings for Horizon, I mean, the previews came out today and people are saying it's phenomenal. People are saying it's amazing, right? So Horizon, Guerrilla Games has not, I think they're very talented. They're technical marvels with what they do. Their games have been rated decently, decently at best, decently to great scores. So, but this is a completely different genre. That's something that could work against them, that this is a different genre that they're unexperienced with, even though they brought in a lot of experienced people to work with them to help them build this RPG. So, that could be something that works against them in the ratings department is the inexperience. But also this game, because this game takes so much of what is good in other games and implements it in this game, I think that could really help it too, right? So it's gonna be interesting how things really play out. But if I had to bet, I would say I wouldn't be surprised if Horizon wins the sales battle, but Legend of Zelda wins the ratings battle, or it could be vice versa, or it could be lopsided to one side, or the other side. Who knows? But there's pros and cons. There's things that both sides have working against them and for them. So it's going to be interesting come end of February and beginning of March. It's going to be interesting. So, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what y'all think. Remember to like, share, subscribe, join notification gang. Definitely let me know y'all thoughts on this. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.